I heartily welcome all of you, first of all, for first lecture of applied mathematics. And I hope you have gone through the event calendar you might have received through your Google group. Actually, in that event calendar now, commencement date is given as 11 October, that's today. And the conclusion date of our this term will be 11 January 2022. So it will be bit difficult for us to compile our entire syllabus within this 3 month span. And I hope you could understand this, that within this 3 month span, we will be getting 1 week probably Diwali vacation, and 1 week will be utilized in your midterm examination. Now, this particular process of midterm examination and end-term examination is very well known to you, as you have completed first year of autonomy in your 4 year BTech degree. So it will be pretty difficult for us to compile the syllabus. So I just want to convey you that it's probably possible that we will be taking extra lectures per week to complete the syllabus effectively. In continuation with your mathematics subject, what you studied in your first year, linear algebra and univariate calculus, and the second is the multivariate calculus. In line with the same, the further advanced mathematics we are going to study in our third paper of mathematics, which is called as the applied mathematics. So before we go for the syllabus and all, first of all, I wish to explore the details of our syllabus and then prerequisites for our first unit. So for first unit, which is linear differential equation, whatever prerequisite is needed, that we will discuss today, and then we'll proceed for the actual syllabus. And meanwhile, whatever doubts you are having within any lecture with any problem, please unmute yourself and ask that doubt. All right? Okay, so let me share the screen with you all. I hope the screen is visible now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, so let us start with our first session. We are going to study the applied mathematics in third semester of your 4 years of degree span. And lecture 1, we are going to understand the syllabus structure and the exam pattern. Exam pattern will be similar as you have dealt in your first year. There will be little variation as you have turned to the core branch. So let us understand the syllabus and structure here for applied mathematics only. So for applied mathematics, we will be having 3 lectures per week. And as I told you that probably we will be taking extra lectures, so that we have yet not scheduled. Or probably we will be getting one batch, one tutorial per batch. So it is also pretty much possible that 2 batches will compile together to have that tutorial sessions, and total 5 lectures in that case we will be getting, but it is not still sure. So I'm just giving you a little bit idea about the structure or conduction of our lectures and tutorial. And total credit you will be obtained from this particular course are 3. What are the prerequisites for this entire subject, applied mathematics? The very first thing is differential and integral calculus, which you have studied in your LAUC syllabus and MC syllabus, multivariate calculus. Second part is Taylor series, which is also there in your LAUC or the multivariate calculus syllabus. I guess ये LAUC में ही था Taylor series का part. Then differential equation of first order and first degree. This part also you have studied. So this is very important part. I'm just highlighting for our first unit, linear differential equations. Then 4-year series also we will be needed, and that is essential for our unit 2, which is Fourier transform. Then collection, classification, and representation of data. You might have studied this particular concept in your 12th standard under the part statistics. Mean, median, mode या उनके बीच का relation जो है वो आपने पढ़ा होगा. And basics of probability also you might have studied in your 11th and 12th standard. That also we will be needed here. Obviously, after your 12th, 1 year has passed. So it's quite possible these two topics are little bit, we have to brush up a little bit about both of these topics. So that we'll do unit wise. And last part we will be needed as a prerequisite is basics of vector algebra. This also you have studied in your 11th and 12th standard syllabus. So along with these prerequisites, we can easily proceed to the syllabus of applied mathematics. So let us come to the syllabus. Unit 1, linear differential equations. आपने ये पर्टिकुलर वर्ड तो सुना है मल्टीवेरिएबल कैलकुलस में या फिर यूनिवेरिएट कैलकुलस में पढ़ा है आपने ये शायद, राइट? सो दिस पर्टिकुलर topic you have dealt for first order first degree, am I right? You can reply in between so that I can understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So for first order and first degree you have studied linear differential equation. Here we are going to deal this particular type for nth order differential equation with constant coefficient and with variable coefficient also. Now, under that, we will be studying complementary function. We are having particular integral also, which will be needed to determine. And there are these three methods to find out the particular integral. Later on, we will be studying Cauchy's and Legendre's differential equation, which are nothing but the linear differential equations with variable coefficients. So we are having two parts over here. First part, which deals with the constant coefficient, and second part which deals with the variable coefficient. And later on, C part is going to be simultaneous and symmetric simultaneous differential equations. This is also a little bit different than preceding two. So this is our unit 1 syllabus, which we are going to cover probably in 6 hours, but it is pretty lengthy. So we will be needed little more extra time to complete the entire syllabus. And this topic will be included in IE1, midterm and end-term examination also. So weightage I'll explain little later on. Second unit is Fourier transform. Fourier series you have already dealt with. So based on the same, we are going to define the transforms further, which are having extensive applications in every field of engineering. So complex exponential form of the Fourier series, and hence how to derive their Fourier integral theorem, sine and cosine integrals. Based on that, how to find out the Fourier transform, and how to find out the sine and cosine transform that we are going to see. One more topic is there, which is inverse Fourier transform and discrete Fourier transform. That also we will elaborate in this particular unit. So again, 6 hours are allocated as per the syllabus, but we will be needed 1 or 2 lecture to complete this particular syllabus. Again, this topic is included in IE1. IE1 and midterm, end-term examination, you might be knowing. IE is internal evaluation, and we will be having 2 internal evaluation in our entire semester. Midterm will be based on 3 units, and end term will be based on the entire syllabus. Proceeding further, third unit will be our Z transform. Actually, transforms are nothing but the swapping between the domains, we can say, or classes. दो अलग अलग क्लासेस के बीच का स्वैप है जो हम ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन के साथ शो कर रहे हैं. And it is very essential for an engineer to understand the transform. Being a computer engineer, including Fourier transform, you might be using afterwards the Z transformation a lot. So concepts of Z transformation we are going to study in this unit. First of all, the definition, standard properties, then standard sequences under that, inverse Z transform, solution to difference equation. Now this word is a little bit unknown to you. It's not differential equation, it's a difference equation, right? So gradually we'll try to understand what is the difference between difference equation and differential equation. Again, 6 hours are allocated to this particular unit, and this unit is included in I1 probably, then midterm examination and end term examination. Probably we will skip this unit from IE1. So based on first two units, we'll take our IE1. Coming to the fourth unit. Fourth unit is statistics and probability. This unit is very easy. In fact, let me tell you at this particular stage, instead of LAUC and MC, what two papers you already studied in your first year, in comparison with that, syllabus of applied mathematics is quite easy for you. So it's very easy to deal with each of the unit. Yes, I must mention that units are little lengthy and it will be a bit difficult for us to cover the entire syllabus within exactly 36 lectures. So it will be little extensive also, but not difficult at all. So under statistics and probability, we will be studying measures of variability, standard deviation, variance, quartile, interquartile range, and probability distribution. अंडर हम पढ़ने वाले हैं binomial distribution, Poisson distribution, and normal distribution. This unit will be included in IE2. By mistake, I noted here this is IE1. IE2 में include होगा ये. Then it will not be included in midterm, but it will be included in the end term examination. Again, 6 hours as per the syllabus are allocated to this unit. Our fifth unit is sampling and inference. This is entirely new concept to you all, but it is based on the statistics and probability what you studied earlier and what we are going to study in our fourth unit. So sampling and hypothesis testing, these two major topics we are going to study under this unit. And this unit is also quite easy. Within 6 hours, we can complete this particular unit. In fact, unit 4 or 5, दोनों भी हम 6 hours में complete कर सकते हैं. They are pretty easy. Now, this unit is also included in IE2. Midterm में ये include नहीं होगा and end term में ये include होगा. I'll just make the corrections of this examination pattern and then I will send you the PDF of this PPT. And our last unit is vector differentiation. So for vector differentiation, you need prerequisite as the vector algebra. If that part is clear to everyone, then this unit is very easy. We are going to study here the differential operators. So vector algebra you already studied, but how to differentiate a vector or vector function, how to take the integration of a vector function, that we need to understand. Then corresponding terminology which includes the gradient, divergence, and curl, physical interpretation of the vector differentiation, then directional derivatives, what are these exactly? Solenoidal, irrotational, and conservative fields and scalar potential. So this entire unit just include differentiation part, right? Not the integration part of the vectors. So that is not included here. This part also it will be possible to cover within 6 to 7 lectures. So we need 2 more lectures to complete this 6th unit effectively. Again, this unit may not be included in IE. It will not be included in midterm, but it will be included in simply end term examination. So this is our syllabus. These are your learning resources. Apart from the classroom teaching, PPTs we are going to provide you in terms of PDF, then question banks both for MCQs and theory. Let me tell you that at first year, MCQ question bank might not be provided to you all. But over here, a limited MCQs we are going to provide you in terms of PDF. So that is quite possible from our side for this paper. Then textbooks, B.V. Raman. Yes, any doubts to anyone? We are having this list of textbooks, B.V. Raman, Arvind Krajcik, Peter O'Neill, M.D. Greenberg, S.R.K. Iyengar, B.S. Grewal, and N.B. Bali. All of these reference books are available in our central library as well as in our departmental library also. I'm telling you this because it is expected probably before Diwali or after Diwali. Our physical classes will open. We were going to conduct your sessions in person in college campus. So probably by that time you will be needed the list of textbooks and reference books to follow. So all of these things are available in our central library. So try to explore that after you reach here in campus. There are few courses also floated by NPTEL, transform calculus and its application in differential equations. So this is regarding the Fourier transform which you can follow. Then one course is there by NPTEL team, which includes the probability and statistics. The link for the same I included here. So both of the courses you can explore through YouTube also and on the sites of NPTEL also. We will be needing scientific calculator also. I hope all of you are having that scientific calculator with you. So it will be easy for us to go through the statistics and probability data, what we are going to learn in fourth unit or in fifth unit also. So as I told you that, what type of study material we are going to provide you. PPT will be provided for each lecture given us. So that is my part. I'll do that. Question bank of theory and MCQs will be shared, and videos of each session will be shared with you all. So I prepared a Google Classroom also. The link for the same I will share you today. All of you are requested to join the link of the Google Classroom so that all of material of each of the unit, each of the topic, you can have on that Google Classroom. Apart from the syllabus and proceedings, what I explained you till now, extra efforts we are going to do in terms of couple of tasks, not more than that. An open source software like SPPS, Statistica, R software will be introduced for mathematical modeling or for analysis of the data. A program or a task will be assigned to complete the same. So it will be just a half an hour activity once I introduce you any one of this software. So what you have to do is any statistical data we have to check out whether we are having any numerical data, and based on the same any program with that software we have to do. Now as you are computer engineering students, it will be pretty easy for you. You are learning C also, C++ also, and might be in second year Python also, so it will be very easy for you to handle the programming language. Now after learning this particular course yes beta.
Ma'am, Shubham Kumar has another ID, so he wants to get in the lecture.
I'm sorry, you are not
some.
can you please repeat?
To join. Shubham wanted to join from alternate ID.
Okay. I'll just check out.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Whether he's joined or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, so I was talking about the entire syllabus and all. After studying applied mathematics, what you should be able to do with. So these are our course outcomes. One should understand that after studying the course, what I should able to do with mathematics. Apply the concept of higher order linear differential equations to analyze computer gaming. Solve problems related to Fourier transform using properties. Evaluate Z transform and apply it to solve difference equation. Perform vector differentiation to analyze the vector field. Analyze numerical data using standard procedures of statistical modeling and probability theory to predict the performance. Apply different hypothesis test based on the data given and conclusion about the acceptance or rejection of the sample data. Correct? So ये हमारे outcome है. I hope you could see the highlighted words. Apply, analyze, solve, evaluate, perform. all of these words are will be used in your question paper. How? For example, suppose मुझे एक differential equation दिया है and मुझे बोला है solve the following differential equation. So that solving includes the application of certain methods, right? So instead of solve word, apply word भी बोला जा सकता है, या evaluate the answer of the given differential equation ऐसे भी बोला जा सकता है. So all of these are the levels of your understanding. Whenever we learn any subject, what we needed to do, the 5 steps are there. First, understanding that subject, right? Second, knowing that first is the knowing that subject, second is the understanding that subject, third is the applying that techniques, fourth is the analyzing the techniques, and fifth is the, which is the highest level, design. Using all of these previous steps, design something new in that particular subject. So these are called as the different Bloom's taxonomy level, and using that we are expecting to have these type of outcomes within you. Now these outcomes we will justify through each of the unit. So one should know all of these outcomes before we go for the syllabus and all. Right? Now let me proceed to the next part. This is the part of lecture 2 actually, but today we'll try to complete it. Now, as I told you that before starting each of the unit, I will give you the prerequisites so that the topics will be easy to understand. For first unit, these are our prerequisites. Basic integration formulas, one must know. Then hyperbolic functions, we just want its definition and sometimes the derivative of the hyperbolic functions. Then roots of polynomials, how to find out, that also essential to know. And most important, this part, last, how to find out solution of linear differential equation of first order first degree. Now ये topic पढ़ के almost 4 या 5 महीने हो गए होंगे. So let us revise that before we go for LD, our main content. So our part A, basic integration formulas. Here I enlisted or at most formulas of integration which are essential throughout our subject of applied mathematics. Integration of x raised to n dx. This is the formula, x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. So all of these formulas are included in the sheets. Please go through that and try to remember all the formulas. Basically, many of the times, apart from the standard formulas, what we will be needed is these type of integration results. You can call that as a composite results. So formula number 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 are essential to remember throughout our applied mathematics. So formula number 26 is integration by parts. Right? Formula number 27 and 28 you might have used in Fourier series. So we are continuing with both of these formulas. I guess applied applications of differential equations में भी अपने electrical circuits में ये formula use किए होंगे. Right? Then 24 and 25, these are the composite functions integration. So it is also very easy to remember. Then this kind of formula. Now over here, this can be solved using the partial fraction method also. Actually 29th वाला formula याद रखने के बजाय partial fractions याद रख सकते हो. The next important formula we will be needing is 30th. This is called as the Bernoulli's rule of generalized integration. But over here, U and V हमें proper format में चाहिए so that integration will be written very easily. How? V1, okay, let me explain you this also. V1, V2, V3, यहाँ पर V3 चाहिए, V4 and so on. So all of these are the integrations of V. And U is your function, U dash, U double dash, U triple dash are the derivatives, respective derivatives of your U function. Now U and V, these are the product of two functions. Now, how to choose which function is u, which function is v amongst the product of two functions? So this is the condition given here. Choose u to be a function whose derivative vanishes earlier or are easily possible to derivate. And v must be the other function. It should be integrated easily. So that way your selection should be there. Then we will be needing some important formulas of expansion of function, which you have studied in LAUC, univariate calculus. So 1 upon 1 plus x and 1 upon 1 minus x. This is VIMP. Please do remember these two results. Because while dealing with the shortcut methods in linear differential equations, these two formulas are quite essential. Because besides these two formulas, we cannot proceed to have a proper solution of our given linear differential equation of higher order. Okay. Apart from that, as I told you, partial fraction is also essential. So f of x upon x minus a, x minus b, x minus c. This ratio, rational function, if we have given, then we can write down this rational function in terms of addition of three different ratios in this way, by identifying correct values of a, b and c, which are given here. All right. So this technique is known to you. जब हम problems के साथ deal करेंगे, ये technique हम फिर से वहाँ पर revise कर सकते हैं. But before we start our syllabus, if it's possible for you to go through with all of these prerequisites, it will be easy for us. Next part is hyperbolic function. I will not elaborate much because मुझे यहाँ पर सिर्फ definition चाहिए hyperbolic functions की. All hyperbolic functions are in line with our trigonometric functions. How, why, I'm not going to explain over here. It's actually very nice topic of hyperbolic functions and trigonometric functions, which are called as circular functions also. And it's you can enjoy learning this hyperbolic functions and relationship between hyperbolic and trigonometric functions also. But that, unfortunately, that is not part of our syllabus for any of the mathematics paper. So I'm just introducing you over here. So definition of hyperbolic function is this one. And it is pronounced as sine hyperbolic of x, not sine hx. So I'll just, I can mark here the brackets to this x. It's e raised to power x minus e raised to power minus x upon 2. Cos hyperbolic of x, e raised to power x plus e raised to power minus x upon 2. Similarly, tan, जैसे हम trigonometric में करते थे sin upon cos, वैसे यहाँ पर करना है sin hyperbolic upon cos hyperbolic. Cot hyperbolic के लिए cos hyperbolic upon sin hyperbolic. Cosec hyperbolic के लिए 1 upon sin hyperbolic. Sec hyperbolic के लिए 1 upon cos hyperbolic. Derivatives of hyperbolic function. Sin hyperbolic का derivative है cos hyperbolic of x. Cos hyperbolic का derivative है sin hyperbolic of x. Trigonometric functions की तरह यहाँ पर minus sin का variation नहीं है. So it's very easy to remember. Then tan hyperbolic का derivative है sec hyperbolic square x. And reverse way में इनके integrations भी easily याद रख सकते हैं. Sin hyperbolic का integration cos hyperbolic का integration sin hyperbolic. Again trigonometric functions की तरह यहाँ पर minus sin का variation नहीं है. And sec hyperbolic square x का integration tan hyperbolic. And this is important to remember, the relationship between trigonometric function and hyperbolic function. Sin I of x is equal to I times sin hyperbolic of x, where I is root of minus 1. Imaginary number. Okay. As and when required, we are going to revise this particular stuff. But right now, I'm just going to give you the introduction. So there are certain formulas of hyperbolic function. आप यहाँ पर observe कर सकते हो. This is cos hyperbolic square minus sin hyperbolic square is equal to 1. ये आइडेंटिटी है हाइपरबोलिक की, लेकिन डिराइव की गई है ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक आइडेंटिटी के साथ. देयर इज वन रूल, इंटरेस्टिंग रूल, ओसबॉर्न्स रूल कहते हैं इसे. इसके साथ ये अगर आपको रूल याद है ना, तो हर एक ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक फॉर्मूला के लिए हम करस्पॉन्डिंग हाइपरबोलिक का फॉर्मूला आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं. द रूल इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. यस, कमिंग टू नेक्स्ट, रूट्स ऑफ द पॉलिनोमियल. विदाउट दिस वी कैनॉट प्रोसीड फॉर आवर फर्स्ट यूनिट. सो हमें पॉलिनोमियल के रूट्स निकालने होंगे हर एक एलडी के प्रॉब्लम के लिए. नाउ लेट मी नो, पॉलिनोमियल्स के रूट्स निकालते वक्त ना हमने एक थ्योरम यूज किया है, नोइंगली और अननोइंगली. यू माइट नॉट बी नोइंग द करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट ऑफ द थ्योरम, लेकिन कंटेक्स्ट उसका सबको पता होगा. अगर मेरे पास nth डिग्री का पॉलिनोमियल है तो मुझे बताओ कि इसके कितने रूट्स होने चाहिए.
n roots.
n रूट्स. रूट्स का नेचर बता सकते हैं हम? रियल होंगे सारे
इमेजिनरी रियल
या इमेजिनरी होंगे या दोनों भी हो सकते हैं?
हम दोनों हो सकते हैं ना?
दोनों हो सकते हैं.
दोनों हो सकते हैं, करेक्ट. सो nth डिग्री पॉलिनोमियल अगर हमारे पास है तो हमारे पास एग्जैक्ट n रूट्स होनी चाहिए, राइट. पॉसिबिलिटी क्या हो सकती है कि ये सारे के सारे रूट्स रियल हो सकते हैं, कॉम्प्लेक्स हो सकते हैं या दोनों भी हो सकते हैं. और एक पॉसिबिलिटी है ये n रूट्स सारे के सारे इक्वल हो सकते हैं या फिर डिस्टिंक्ट हो सकते हैं. Am I right? तो बेस्ड ऑन दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग हमें nth डिग्री पॉलिनोमियल के रूट्स के बारे में डिस्कस करना है, एज वेल एज ये कंसेप्ट हमें एलडी के सॉल्यूशन के लिए यूज करना है. कैसे हम एलडी में जाके एक्सप्लोर करते हैं. अभी तो हमें सिर्फ रूट्स के पॉलिनोमियल्स कैसे निकालने हैं ये थोड़ा सा ब्रश अप कर लेते हैं. सो अगर मेरे पास फर्स्ट डिग्री पॉलिनोमियल है लाइक दिस, ax plus b is equal to 0, तो इसका रूट सिंपल आएगा, x is equal to minus b upon a. सिंपल. ये आपको सबको पता होना चाहिए. डिग्री 2 is called as a quadratic polynomial, राइट. इसका रूट कैसे निकालते हैं? ये इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर्मूला याद रख के, या फिर आप फैक्टराइज भी कर सकते हो या फिर आप सिंथेटिक डिवीजन भी अप्लाई कर सकते हो या फिर फैक्टराइजेशन के डिफरेंट टेक्निक्स आप याद रख सकते हो. यहाँ पर वैरायटी ऑफ मेथड्स है, जितनी याद रखोगे कम है, तो उसमें से कुछ हम यहाँ पर डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. तो ये है आपका रूट निकालने का फॉर्मूला. किसके लिए? सिर्फ एंड सिर्फ क्वाड्रेटिक के लिए, राइट. देन डिग्री 3 का क्यूबिक पॉलिनोमियल, इसके रूट्स कैसे निकालते हैं? एक तो आपको रूल्स पता होने चाहिए, दूसरा सिंथेटिक डिवीजन अप्लाई करो, राइट. ये दोनों मेथड से हम इसको सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. तीसरा और एक पैटर्न है जो आपने मैट्रिसेस के साथ डील करते वक्त यूज किया है, यूज ऑफ कैल्सी. सो कैल्सी के साथ भी आप क्यूबिक पॉलिनोमियल आराम से सॉल्व कर सकते हो. सो वट एवर टाइप ऑफ कैल्सी यू आर हैविंग, 991 ES, 991 MS या EX प्लस जो भी है, तो उसमें थर्ड डिग्री पॉलिनोमियल के रूट्स आपको आराम से मिल जाएंगे. सो फिजिकल मेथड जो यूज करनी है, मैनुअल मेथड मैं बोलती हूँ इसे, तो वो इस वे में यूज करते हैं. सपोज ये आपके पास एक क्यूबिक पॉलिनोमियल दिया है. सो फाइंड वन रूट ऑफ द गिवन पॉलिनोमियल बाय ट्रायल एंड एरर मेथड. अब ट्रायल एंड एरर मेथड कैसे यूज कर सकते हैं? बेसिकली क्यूबिक पॉलिनोमियल जब हमारे पास है तो ये जो यहाँ पर राइट हैंड साइड में हमने डिस्कस किया है ना, इसके कितने रूट्स होने चाहिए? 3. ये 3 रूट्स सारे के सारे रियल हो सकते हैं या फिर सारे के सारे कॉम्प्लेक्स हो सकते हैं या फिर रियल या कॉम्प्लेक्स हो सकते हैं. इसमें से सेकंड वाली पॉसिबिलिटी बिल्कुल भी पॉसिबल नहीं है. सारे के सारे 3 रूट्स कॉम्प्लेक्स नहीं होंगे. क्यों नहीं होंगे? शायद ये किसी को पता होगा, क्योंकि कॉम्प्लेक्स रूट जो है ना वो अकेला कभी नहीं आता है. अगर मेरे पास a प्लस आई बी किसी पॉलिनोमियल का रूट है तो a माइनस आई बी उसका रूट होगा. इन दोनों के बीच का रिलेशन बता सकते हो? ये दोनों भी कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर है, लेकिन इसको एक पेयर के फॉर्म में जानते हैं हम. व्हाट इज दिस कॉल्ड एज?
Conjugate.
Yes, very true. These are the complex conjugate. So किसी भी पॉलिनोमियल के लिए अगर उसके कॉम्प्लेक्स रूट्स आते हैं तो वो हमेशा पेयर में आएंगे. ये बिल्कुल याद रखना, राइट. तो अगर हमारे पास 3 रूट्स है तो ऑब्वियसली कॉम्प्लेक्स रूट्स अगर आते हैं तो 2 ही आएंगे, एक रियल होगा, राइट. तो वो रियल वाला रूट जो है ना वो ट्रायल एंड एरर मेथड से हम फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं. So we can start our x values as 0, plus minus 1, plus minus 2 and so on. Substitute each of the value in this left hand side. एंड चेक आउट वेदर यू आर गेटिंग 0 और नॉट। अगर x की किसी भी वैल्यू के लिए लेफ्ट हैंड साइड आपको 0 मिल रही है, दैट मीन्स वो वैल्यू आपके पॉलिनोमियल का रूट हो सकती है। सेकंड मेथड है सिंथेटिक डिवीजन की। अब सेम पॉलिनोमियल हमने यहाँ पर लिया है। ओके, वंस आई फॉरगेट, एक ट्रायल एंड एरर के साथ एक रूट तो मिल गया, दूसरे दो रूट्स कैसे फाइंड आउट करेंगे? फैक्टराइज करके, करेक्ट? तो अगर एक रूट आपको मिल गया है तो दूसरे दो रूट्स आप फैक्टराइज करके यहां से निकाल सकते हो। दूसरी मेथड जो है वो सिंथेटिक डिवीजन की। सपोज आपको एक रूट ऊपर से मिल गया, दूसरा रूट तीसरा रूट फाइंड आउट करने के लिए हम ये प्रोसेस अप्लाई करते हैं। सो मैंने यहाँ पर क्या किया है, सब कोएफिशिएंट्स यहाँ पर लिखे हैं, इंक्लूडिंग द कोएफिशिएंट कांस्टेंट आल्सो। सो एक्स क्यूब का कोएफिशिएंट है 1, एक्स स्क्वायर का है 0, एक्स का है -7 एंड कांस्टेंट टर्म है -6। अब ट्रायल एंड एरर मेथड से -1 मुझे एक रूट मिला जो मैंने यहाँ पर लिखा है, तो इसके साथ हम ये प्रोसेस फॉलो करेंगे। कैसे करते हैं? राइट डाउन दिस 1 एज इट इज, देन मल्टीप्लाई विद दिस 1 टू दिस -1, प्रोडक्ट मिलेगा -1, तो राइट डाउन दैट -1 हियर, एड दीज टू टर्म्स, सो 0 प्लस -1, एडिशन आएगी -1, अगेन मल्टीप्लाई विद दिस -1 टू दिस नंबर, -1 प्लस 1, सो यहाँ पर आ जाएगा -7 1, एडिशन करो, -6 आ गई एडिशन, -6 दिस -1, प्रोडक्ट इज 6, राइट डाउन हियर, एंड नाउ -6 प्लस 6, योर एडिशन इज 0। सो ये मेथड हमें तब तक ट्रायल एंड एरर मेथड से करनी होगी जब तक यहाँ पर सबसे लास्ट वाला पॉइंट 0 नहीं आ जाता। इफ इट इज 0, देन -1 is confirm your root, so x plus 1 will be factor of your polynomial, and these three remaining constants will form our second factor, जो कि quadratic होगा। अब यहाँ पर 3 नंबर्स है तो मेरा quadratic फैक्टर आएगा x स्क्वायर, जिसका कोएफिशिएंट है ये 1, x जिसका कोएफिशिएंट है ये -1, तो मैं यहाँ पर -1 लिख देती हूँ, एंड कांस्टेंट टर्म होगी -6। सो ये हो गया हमारा दूसरा फैक्टर। सो सिंथेटिक डिवीजन के साथ मुझे फैक्टर्स मिलते हैं, जैसे कि यहाँ पर लिखा है x plus 1, x स्क्वायर -x -6 इज इक्वल टू 0। अब इसके करस्पॉन्डिंग तो हमें रूट मिल जाएगा, x plus 1 इज इक्वल टू 0, तो रूट आ जाएगा x इज इक्वल टू -1, इसके साथ ही हमने स्टार्ट किया था। एंड जो क्वाड्रेटिक टर्म मिली है x स्क्वायर -x -6 इज इक्वल टू 0, इसका रूट कैसे मिलेगा? x इज इक्वल टू -b, b की वैल्यू क्या है? -1, तो ये माइनस प्लस 1 हो गया, प्लस माइनस स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ b स्क्वायर, इट्स 1, माइनस 4ac, इट्स 4 डिवाइडेड बाय 2a, a की वैल्यू क्या है? 1, राइट? तो आपके रूट क्या हो गए? x इज इक्वल टू 1 प्लस माइनस, दिस इज रूट ऑफ -3, सो रूट ऑफ -3 को लिख सकते हैं √3i, इमेजिनरी नंबर, डिवाइडेड बाय 2। तो ये हो गया आपके कॉम्प्लेक्स कॉन्जुगेट्स, जो हमारे पॉलिनोमियल के रूट्स हैं, करेक्ट? ओके,
4ac,
यस बेटा। Few standard factorization here I included. All of you are requested to go through all of these formulas just for your awareness. Okay, roots of polynomials, कुछ और इक्वेशंस के जो हायर ऑर्डर के हैं, हायर डिग्री के हैं, d⁴, यहाँ पर d⁴, तो ये भी हमने यहाँ पर एक्सप्लेन किए हैं। Gradually we'll try to learn that. When your next lecture will be, we are having 2-3 minutes, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'll just complete this part. ये आपको हो चुका है यूनिवेरिएट कैलकुलस में, तो आपको जल्दी समझ में आ जाएगा, and then we'll conclude. Okay, so coming to the last part, which is prerequisite for our LD, differential equation of first order and first degree. I just write down here one equation. I hope this is known to you. ये यहाँ पर लिखा ही है, और एक इक्वेशन में लिखती हूँ, dx अपॉन dy प्लस p इंटू x इज इक्वल टू q, करेक्ट? तो ये है आपका लीनियर डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन ऑफ फर्स्ट ऑर्डर एंड फर्स्ट डिग्री. दिस इज लीनियर इन y एंड दिस इज लीनियर इन x, करेक्ट? तो यहाँ पर y क्या है आपका? डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल. चलो इसे थोड़ा सा बाजू में रख देते हैं, इसके बारे में ही बात करते हैं. dy by dx प्लस p इंटू y इज इक्वल टू q. p एंड q क्या है? फंक्शंस ऑफ एक्स और कॉन्स्टेंट्स ओनली, यहाँ पर बिल्कुल y नहीं आएगा। y क्या है आपका? डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल। x क्या है? इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल। p एंड q क्या है? फंक्शंस ऑफ x होंगे या कांस्टेंट होंगे, राइट? तो ये LD क्यों है? कैन एनीबॉडी टेल मी? इसे हम लीनियर डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन क्यों बुला रहे हैं? एनी रैंडम आंसर? गलत हो गया तो भी चलेगा, लेट्स डिस्कस क्यों बुलाते हैं इसे हम LD। ओके, लीनियर का मतलब क्या है ये बताओ।
Degree 1.
मैम हाईएस्ट डिग्री
Representing
डिग्री 1
यस, वेरी ट्रू।
one degree.
डिग्री 1 होनी चाहिए, करेक्ट? किसकी किसकी? y की, यस, जो आपका डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल है।
Dependent variable.
देन डेरिवेटिव की डिग्री 1 होनी चाहिए। सी आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट ऑर्डर, हाँ, डिग्री के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं। डिग्री 1 होनी चाहिए किसकी? डेरिवेटिव की भी, डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल की भी। एंड थर्ड कंडीशन क्या है कि आपका डेरिवेटिव एंड डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल प्रोडक्ट में नहीं होना चाहिए। सो दैट्स योर लीनियर डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन, ठीक है? तो इसका सॉल्यूशन फाइंड आउट करने की मेथड भी आपने पढ़ी है। सो लेट अस कंसीडर दैट LD ऑफ दिस टाइप। यस, थोड़ा सा इरेज कर देते हैं। यस, इस टाइप में मैंने LD किया है। क्या है? P की वैल्यू क्या कंसीडर की है? M, एंड Q की वैल्यू क्या कंसीडर की है? 0। सो डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन तो बहुत ज्यादा सिंपल बन गया है। ऑब्जर्व दिस, dy by y प्लस m into dx। क्या किया मैंने यहाँ पर? आई यूज द वेरिएबल सेपरेबल फॉर्म, ट्रू? सो इट्स अ वेरिएबल सेपरेबल फॉर्म एंड देयरफॉर बाय इंटीग्रेटिंग वंस मुझे इसका सॉल्यूशन मिल जाएगा। इंटीग्रेट dy by y प्लस इंटीग्रेशन m dx इज इक्वल टू c। ये c क्या है? इंटीग्रेशन कांस्टेंट है। ये इंटीग्रेशन कांस्टेंट कुछ भी वैल्यू एज्यूम कर सकता है, राइट? log y, so dy upon y, integration of 1 upon y into dy, log y, integration of m dx, और m कांस्टेंट बाहर रखते हैं, इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ dx इज x इज इक्वल टू c। सो log y प्लस mx इज इक्वल टू c। तो मुझे यहाँ से क्या मिल गया? सॉल्यूशन मिल गया। क्या? थोड़ा सा सिंप्लीफाई करते हैं इसे, एक्सपोनेंशियल से दोनों भी साइड हम ऑपरेट कर देते हैं, तो मुझे मिलेगा y इज इक्वल टू e रेज टू पावर माइनस mx प्लस c। तो इसे सेपरेट आउट कर देते हैं, e रेज टू पावर c एज अ कांस्टेंट, e रेज टू पावर माइनस mx एज अ वेरिएबल टर्म। सो y इज इक्वल टू e रेज टू पावर माइनस mx इंटू e रेज टू पावर c। अब इस e रेज टू पावर c को सिंप्लिसिटी के लिए कैपिटल C के फॉर्म में लिख सकते हैं। इंटीग्रेशन कांस्टेंट है ना, कुछ भी वैल्यू अज्यूम कर सकता है, राइट? आर्बिट्री कांस्टेंट बोलते हैं हम इसे। सो ये हो गया हमारा फाइनल सॉल्यूशन। दिस इज द सॉल्यूशन ऑफ अबोव डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन, राइट? एंड अगर पहली वाली सारी पीपीटीज याद करने के लिए आपको थोड़ा सा वक्त चाहिए, टेक योर ओन टाइम। लेकिन बिफोर वी गो फॉर अवर फर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ आवर सिलेबस, आई वांट एवरीवन टू रिवाइज दिस, क्योंकि LD का जो पहला वाला सॉल्यूशन हम देखेंगे ना, आई एम गोइंग टू यूज दिस कंसेप्ट ओवर देयर just for your understanding. All right? Okay. So this is the prerequisites of our unit 1, which will be required. And let us hope that the entire unit we can cover within a short time, so that lower number of extra lectures we can plan. So try to cooperate each other in that sense, right? सो थोड़ा सा जो भी प्री रिक्वेस्ट का मैं भेज रही हूँ या MCQs भेज रही हूँ या एक्स्ट्रा प्रॉब्लम्स दे रही हूँ, ट्राई टू डू बाय दैट टाइम ओनली, सो दैट इट विल नॉट बी लिटिल बर्डन ऑन ईच वन ऑफ यू टू प्रिपेयर लैटर ऑन। फाइन? Okay, so let us stop over here. I explained you the syllabus and structure and everything, and actual syllabus we will be starting in our next lecture. Just before you leave, let me just take your attendance.
Ma'am.
Yes, beta.
Ma'am, please you can share PPT today.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Are you
I need to tell you that मीनाक्षी मैम ने मुझे आपके ग्रुप पर ऐड किया है. I hope you all are there in your in that WhatsApp group.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
तो वो WhatsApp ग्रुप हम कंटिन्यू करें क्या? So that I can easily
ma'am.
communicate you.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope at
Yes, madam.
department level it is communicated to you that no official WhatsApp group will be created for second year.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
मॅम क्लासरूम पण नाही होणार आहे ना क्रिएट
हा क्लासरूमची पण मी लिंक पाठवते तुम्हाला आणि व्हॉट्सअप मग आपण तोच कंटिन्यू करूया अनऑफिशियल लेवलवर. ठीक आहे.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
ओके मॅम.
जस्ट अ मिनिट, डोंट लिव्ह, आय जस्ट चेक युअर अटेंडन्स. अरे बापरे, तुम्ही वेगवेगळ्या रोल नंबरनी जॉईन झालात का? इट्स डिफिकल्ट फॉर मी. एकच मिनिट, आय जस्ट एनरोल 201, 2, 3, 4, 5. येस, आता 6, 7 प्रेझेंट. मी प्रेझेंट नंबर लिहून घेते, 2च मिनिटं. 9, 10, ओके 11 नाही दिसला मला. 12, 13 नाही आहे. 14, 15, 16.
मॅम
येस बेटा, वेट अ मिनिट.
13 वरती आहे, ते वेगळा नंबर आहे माझा, त्याच्यामुळे वरती
ओके,
असेल.
मी नावं लिहून घेते सगळ्यांचे. मी आधी जे रोल कॉल दिसतात ते लिहून घेते.
ओके मॅम.
20, 29, 31. Actually, first day attendance is really very important. So be patient until I note down everyone. Just give me a minute. It's 54, 55. ओके 72 तक मैंने नोट डाउन किया है. दिस इज 952 नीलेश.
येस मॅम.
रोल नंबर 9 मिळाला का बेटा तुला?
9.
ओके B230 रुचा. आय नोटेड युअर रोल नंबर.
252 लिहिलंय.
252 आहे का नीलेश? ओके येस.
हो मॅम.
देवर्ष 271. एक युनिफॉर्मिटी मेंटेन करूया जेव्हा तुम्ही रोल नंबरनी जॉईन व्हाल, सो दॅट इट विल बी इझी फॉर मी जस्ट टू नोट डाऊन absent numbers. Then Diksha.
Yes ma'am, I'm roll number 237. I'm Shubham Kumre.
एकच मिनिट. 230.
7.
The name please.
Shubham Kumre.
Shubham. Okay.
Yes ma'am.
Diksha, what is your roll number? Do you know?
237 ma'am. Ma'am Shubham.
Acha, you are Shubham. Okay, fine.
Yes ma'am.
Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
no problem.
955. Swajay.
I'm 253.
253. Okay, 971. Sharma.
Ma'am, 269.
269. Okay. Then 213. Vasanti.
येस मॅम.
Okay, 239. Pranav. Let us maintain a uniform way of naming yourself. Uniform. Just a minute. It's sorry, who is speaking? Pranav. I noted better. 266 Mandar. Then 268 Rushi. Okay, 264 Rugved. 211 Sanjeet. Yes, I hope I noted everyone. 241. Okay, ekach minute. 241
Ma'am,
Yes, beta.
ma'am, is 2-1. I have a mark attendance for 2-1-1.
What's your roll number then?
Sanjeev.
A division 122.
Ma'am,
Sushant. Yes. Sanjit, you can message me. What is your roll number? Okay, thank you.
ma'am, my roll number is 211, ma'am. I just
Okay, I
my roll
noted.
number is 211. I just
Yes. Sushant, your
Thank
roll number you noted as 122. Please confirm this. Are you from A division? All right, fine. Thank you, everyone. And let us meet tomorrow and we will be starting our syllabus lecture. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.